What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. What's good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I made a video about Marcus Morris going to the San Antonio Spurs, but instead he's going to back out of that deal and sign a 1-year, $15 million deal with the New York Knicks, a team that's been picking up a lot of big guys, and they got another one with Marcus Morris. First thing I say is I think that he made a mistake turning down the $10 million a year with the San Antonio Spurs, because the Spurs are going to be a more competitive team. The Spurs are the better team, and I did feel like they needed a guy like Marcus Morris on their team with his toughness, his shooting ability, his ability to score in isolation and play off the ball. Plus, he's a decent, efficient guy on the court. You can make an argument that he was the second best player on that Celtics team because of the way he produced and continued to play throughout the whole season. And you need guys like that that's durable. You need guys that you know what they can bring to the table and go out there and get it done. And especially in big moments where you need somebody to create a shot or get a shot, or even a guy that can make the right play. And I think Marcus Morris showed that with the Celtics, that he's more mature, he's more stable, and at the end of the day, he knows his role and he knows his bread and butter and what he can and he can't do. And he understands what his game is at this point. He's not trying to do anything more than what he can't. And when as a Celtics fan watching a lot of his games, I really did enjoy him, scoring and posting up and fading off or pulling up, or even just, being in the mid and high post making plays. So in my personal opinion, I'm a fan of Marcus Morris. I wish we would have kept him because he was just that good for us. But at the same time, I thought he would go to a competitive team, because you look at the teams like the Knicks and other teams in the East that's not going to make it to the playoffs. You do kind of wonder, is it really worth $15 million just to play for a team that's not going to really do much? Or would you rather take $5 million less, even though you get $10 million a season? You have the longevity with the Spurs with the 2 years, and you're going to get more money by getting the 20 years, but you also plan on a better team that actually can compete for a playoff spot and be competitive in the Western Conference, like we seen last year, coming to a Game 7 away for being in the second round, and we don't know what would have happened with the Spurs. So I think they're more well coached, they're a better team, and he could have fit right into the Spurs system and had one of his better seasons because of the development and the usage of Greg Popovich getting the best out of his players. So this is his personal decision. This is his personal choice. And if he really wanted to play in New York and he really wanted to get the $15 million deal, he has been able to do it and get it. But now it's about, what are you going to do in New York? Are you just going to go up there and put up empty numbers? Or are you just trying to go up there and give yourself a shot to do what? It's like you're going to get paid more money just in this one season, and you can become back a free agent next year and get paid again from somebody else. But it doesn't really make sense if you're going to go to a team that's worse and a team that really has no chance of making it to the playoffs. And, you have a spot where a lot of their best players are at that spot, like R.J. Barrett and Kevin Knox, who might play some 4, but mostly is a 3. They all play in that same position that you are. So I kind of wonder what made him really decide to go with the Knicks over the Spurs, where he could have had an opportunity to make a significant impact. You look at Ignas, he's a small forward. R.J. Barrett, he's a small forward. Kevin Knox, like I said, is a small forward. Even though Marcus Morris is better than these guys, you would think that, they will prioritize getting something else besides a guy like Marcus Morris. But he is more dependable. He is a better player than both of them, and he can come in and contribute right away as those guys continue to develop. I think this is a Fizdale type of guy too. I think this is the type of guy that Fizdale likes. I think this is the type of guy that feel that Fizdale would want on his team. So I'm not really surprised that he end up with the Knicks in type of fit wise, because these are the Fizdale type of guys, those hard nosed, grinded, fighting, and attacking and physical guys, and that's what Marcus Morris is. So he embodies what the Knicks is all about. It's just about him personally not picking winning over the money, and not picking a better situation over a situation that's worse. That's the only thing that I was kind of concerned about. Like, I don't know if I really want to go to the Knicks. I said the same thing about Julius Randle. You just played for the New Orleans Pelicans, then you go to the Knicks. You're going to put up numbers, but it ain't going to matter if you don't win. It ain't going to matter if you never do anything but just put up empty stats. And I think that's what I'm surprised that Marcus Morris did, coming from the Celtics, a team that went to the NBA Finals, a team that made it to the playoffs ever since he's been there. And now you go to a team that really has not a legitimate chance of making. So that's a part that just surprised me as a veteran, that, yeah, you can get paid the most money. Yeah, you can get that quick year in, but what happens if you get injured? What happens if you don't play that well? That's going to affect your money in the future, and that's going to affect your money for this next season, since you only signed a 1 year deal. So it's pros and cons to everything, and I'm just letting you know that, I think Marcus Morris made a little bit of a mistake, in my personal opinion. This is where he wanted. This is what he wants to do. So that's the whole point of signing his contract and being a free agent. But as a fan of Marcus Morris, and as a guy that likes to see him do well, and a guy that likes to see him compete, it's going to be a little weird seeing them go out there and compete, knowing that they might not do anything with them on the court. And even if they do, they're not going to be able to make it to the playoffs, which is, I'm a little surprised that he decided to do that. But for him to turn down a situation like the San Antonio Spurs, it's just shocking. I just would never seen it coming, if I had to be honest. But what I will say is, looking at this Knicks team and looking at the talent that they have gained throughout the free agency so far, like the Taj Gibsons and the Alfred Paytons and the Bobby Portises and um, the R.J. Barretts, they got some tough guys. They got some physical, knock you around, beat you up, go right at your head. Even with Julius Randle, some physical, tough, hard screen setters. Some guys that's going to come around and knock people around. Some no tolerance mentality, where they just going to shut you up. They just going to go right at you. They going to go right through you, and they just going to tough it out. So he wanted those bangers, those rough riders, and he got those right now. That's the truth. He got them right now on his roster. So, like I said, Marcus Morris is a Fizdale guy, and I can just see about the pickups that they have made so far in free agency. They couldn't get Kevin Durant, they couldn't get Kyrie Irving, but they got some guys that they didn't have on this roster last year and the year before that, and now that's no longer going to be an issue. The only problem is, will it impact winning? Will picking up guys like Morris, Randall, Bobby Portis, and Taj Gibson, will that impact winning? Because that's what it's all about in the NBA, winning games, having a chance to compete for a championship. Will these acquisitions of these bankers, will it impact the ability to close, finish, and get more games? This was the worst team in the NBA last year, only winning 17 games last season. So they're going to need more than just some bangers to really develop and really have a chance of being something special in the NBA, in my personal opinion. So um, I give them credit on that. And like I said, this is a guy that coached in Memphis when they was in that grit and grind era. And most of these players fit that mentality and fit that type of style. And I can see them fitting in with Fizdale. But at the end of the day, we going to have to see how this works out. Turning down the San Antonio Spurs to go to the Knicks, that just sounds crazy in general, especially since the Spurs made it to the playoffs the last 20 plus years, which is a model of consistency and a model of dominance, even winning 5 titles. And to turn them down, giving you $10 million a season, and getting the opportunity to play on a competitive team, and the opportunity to get coached by Popovich and get some growth as a player in development to get better. You turn that out and go to the Knicks and play with Kevin Knox, R.J. Barrett, Alonzo Trier, and Dennis Smith Jr. I would have never thought I'd see today that somebody would do that but it is reality now. So the Spurs really got to figure out what they're trying to do. I think, like I said, going not being able to get Morris and going for Trey Lyles is a downgrade. But at the same time, Trey Lyles is not a terrible player. So I think they recover okay. Not great, not good, okay. Because it's hard to replace a guy like Marcus Morris, especially on a $10 million a year salary. But they couldn't do it, so they had to get the next best thing they could, which was Trey Lyles, which ain't gonna have the same impact. But then again, same thing for Marcus Morris. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think that Marcus Morris is gonna regret this decision going to the Knicks? Do you think it won't matter? Do you think that he should just go there, play his game, and he'll get another contract extension next year? Do you think he will have an opportunity to play a lot of minutes with the Knicks? Do you think that do you want him on the Knicks, or do you feel like he should have went to a different team, or do you feel like it's just fine? This is where he wants to be. They paid him the money that he wanted. Do you think he's going to regret that decision now that he's going to a team that's worse? So I think it's a lot of things to think about, a lot of things to feel about the situation, and the fact that he fired Rich Paul. Rich Paul is one of the most famous and biggest agents in the world, and for him not to back out, for him to take so long to get a contract and then back out of it, and now you're in a situation where you had to fire your agent, one of the best in the game. That just show you how crazy things been going for Morris so far. So firing Rich Paul is not a common thing you see in the NBA, but it is reality for him in Nerlens Noel today. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I do read every comment, and I do want to know what you guys think about Marcus Morris spurning the Spurs for the Knicks. And at the end of the day, enjoy your day. Enjoy the weekend. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm gone. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link in the description, comment section below. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link in the description, comment section below. Thanks for everybody that likes on Facebook. Thanks for everybody that likes the videos. Thanks for everybody that comments. I like the activity that you guys have shown. I answered comments that make sense, if that makes sense. And also, at the end of the day, if you like this video, check out my older videos on my channel. I have many playlists. I break down rookies. I break down players. I break down summer league. I do cover the draft, and I got a mock draft up already. Not only that, I do podcasts, and I also talk about the game of basketball, whether it comes to summer league, free agency, trade deadline, buyouts, and also I cover top 10 discussions and stuff like that. So you like this type of video, you like the NBA, check out my older videos and my playlists. I enjoy making these videos. You guys enjoy watching. I'm gone.